said, his argument was, oh, I was just following the rules of the contract, which he kind of was, but apparently there are market manipulation laws that still apply there. So I think it's interesting because I mean we are on the cutting edge of finance, and so you've got a lot of these like really young guys who probably don't know much about financial law, and they're investigating these new systems and trying to figure out, how do I make a bunch of money? And so from their perspective, they're like, oh, I'm just, following the rules of these systems. And naively, I think in many cases, just completely breaking a ton of different laws. And then you could say, maybe it wasn't their fault and they didn't know any better, but then they're just not smart enough to shut up. And they go and basically publicize everything that they were doing and essentially incriminate themselves.
It was amazing on CoffeeZilla. The guy seemed surprised that he ended up with the money. Then he seemed like he didn't know what to do with it. He offered some of it to CoffeeZilla, even saying he could hold one of the keys. I don't know what that would help. Obviously, Coffee's not going to steal it, but they'll just transfer it to a new account. Didn't make any sense to me. But yeah, it's very interesting to see that, in our world, he's just violated a few computer systems, pushed a few buttons, ended up with some money, done a little fake hype, social engineering. Doesn't seem that bad. But like James is saying, if you transfer over to the legal world, it's like conspiracy, fraud, all of these existing laws, which still exist in the digital world. So I doubt that they would stop these people from doing it beforehand, but it certainly ends up bad afterwards. Ben, Ark, what do you think about possibly the president buying some of Binance US and the Libra coin hacker?
Yeah, it's the pump fund crew touching real world law, which we talked about actually in this show about whenever it happened.